Recently, I've been inundated with requests from people asking how to grow garlic. Now, it grows just about everywhere in Australia, and now's the time to get it into the garden. It's not difficult to grow, so here's my tips for your garlic growing success. Firstly, it's important to remember that your garlic crop is dependent upon a few key issues being addressed, with the most important being where you actually source it from. It's critical to know that if you've got your garlic from the local supermarket, it comes in a packet like this, and on the back it's got produce of China or Argentina, and it's been bleached white like this. It's also been treated with a growth retardant to ensure it will not grow. Now, the downside to this is if you try and plant it in the garden, you're not going to get results at all. So when it comes to these, disregard them. Buy from a grower's market. Only buy Australian-grown cloves, and always look for robust cloves, as the bulblets will develop the attributes of the parent. When it comes to planting, make sure the soil has been turned over and is free draining and friable. Add some blood and bone, and in heavy soils a little bit of gypsum. In nutrient-poor soils, add some potato manure fertiliser to ensure that you end up with the biggest bulbs possible. Plant your garlic at 100mm spaces. In a huge bed like this, I'm expecting hundreds of plants from my clove plantings. This will deliver a supply of fresh garlic to the kitchen all spring and well into summer. The key to real success is planting them now in the late autumn and then letting them grow through the winter. You see, the cold of winter is actually what stimulates all the little bulblets to grow off the side, and that's how you end up with those big fat cloves. And of course, they're juicy, they're really fragrant, and of course rich in flavour. But better than that, the health benefits you get from this stuff is absolutely incredible. After planting and feeding, you do need to give this a really good water in, and it gets your garlic off to a good start. Now, there is a question, do you have to feed it? Well, the answer is yes, you should feed it. Use potato e-manure, stimulates really good bulb growth. You don't want to use high nitrogen fertilisers. You've got to try and avoid them the best you possibly can, because unfortunately, they just stimulate lots and lots of foliage growth, very little bulb growth. Now, the other thing about garlic is when it comes to harvesting, when do you do it? Well, the trick with garlic is making sure that you do it once the stem has actually died down. Now, what's going on there is that all the goodness that's actually in the growth is transferred down into the bulb, and you end up with those beautiful big fat bulbs. Now is the time to be planting garlic, and if I was you, I'd get out and do it this weekend.